Listen, I love Squarespace, probably probably more than anyone else, but they do make some really weird oversights, and one of those is portfolio items. You can't have them in draft mode, so you can only basically publish them right away. So let's imagine you start a portfolio item and it's blank. Well, it's live, so you have to work on that live, and it's just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever why they can have blog posts be in draft mode, they can have events, basically anything can be in draft, products, it can all be in draft mode. But portfolio, which is, the thing that most people take the most time to be meticulous over, it's their body of work, that can't be in draft mode. The mind boggles. Anyway, there's a solution. It's a little bit of a hatchet job, but it's a solution. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's like a couple of lines of CSS, and then you put something into the URL, and then you're good to go. As I say, you'll see why it's not the greatest, but it does work, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So let's get into it. Okay, so you join me on my website here. Now, if we go into the portfolio section, which is newly revamped, by the way, and it's looking good if I do say so myself. But anyway, let's say one of these is in draft, maybe Whole Foods Market. Let's say I haven't quite finished, I don't know, whatever it is, I haven't quite finished. What we want to do is hide this. But if we go into the portfolio area, there's actually no way for us to make a page draft. Just doesn't make sense. Like if I go into the settings, there's nowhere for me to make it draft. Anyway, what we want to do is add draft into the URL. So you can either do draft like this, or you can maybe do draft / I like this because it looks cleaner and it reminds me to take it out. So I would put this in, and then if we refresh the portfolio, you'll see nothing will happen. Let's just quickly nip into the portfolio. Nothing happens. But what we can do is we can put a small snippet of CSS in that recognizes that draft is in the URL, and it's going to hide it. Now, what I will say is this isn't like the best solution, because I'll show you in a moment, but there's a couple of things we'd have to do off the back of it to make sure that no one could access it. So if we navigate into pages, and then we scroll down to website tools, and then custom CSS, all we need to do, now ignore all this because this is just on my website, but if we paste this in here, and we click save, and let me just tidy that up actually. And I can't take credit for this. Someone in Six Figure Design Club actually told me about this, because I was like, how can I put something into draft? And they were like, oh, hey, have you tried this? So full credit to them. But now if we refresh this, we should see that it's not there. So this is a really handy bit of CSS. Now, in terms of this being not the greatest solution, it's a solution, but not the greatest. So if we go on to the Pixar item here, you'll see that we can still navigate back to this. So we can still go onto this page. Now, the solution here is you would hide the next and the previous navigation down here. And I do have a YouTube video on that, so just go on. If I remember, I'll put the link below, but if not, go onto my channel, go on, hide next and previous navigation or something like that. So I would hide that, and that way no one could access this. And then when you are, ready to go, you would go into your portfolio, then you'd go to Whole Foods, settings, and then I would remove draft, remove the / and then if we head back onto the portfolio, you'll see that it's there again. So that is, it's a bit of a hodgepodge solution, but until Squarespace rolls this out as a feature, I'm pretty sure this is the only way to do it. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.